Oh man, I just realized I haven't done a Busou Shinki review for quite a while, but I haven't forgotten about it. And here is a next one, EXZ Type Santa Claus Tsugaru. As you can see, it's a EXZ, so it's tiny, and there is no body, but got some really nice picture of Tsugaru. Some of you might know Tsugaru is actually an original character from Konami, and she is famous for being part of the Beatmania series as one of the DJ you can use. Of course, you actually don't use any of the character, but it's one of the image character in the game. So since there's no body, let's go straight into building. Okay, and here is Tsugaru fully armed, and it's really frustrating work to actually put her together, because mainly it's because all of these pieces on the back is just so fiddly, and all of them are held by friction, and especially this piece which just come off so easily, and not to mention these two so-called thruster thingy which just come off instantly, and you can't really pose them anything other than you can pose them, but they just don't want to stay in. And this peg, which is the peg that goes into there, doesn't want to stay in either. And they're interfering with the rest of the backpack, so when trying to push it in, everything else starts to move as well. And this two doesn't actually do much, but you can push them forward and make them look like two blades. But they do have a lot of joint on them, so that you can pose them around. So you can do some very good aerial pose. Tsugaru's main two weapon is this two rifle. And by the way, the rifle doesn't come with all of this red detail. I actually have to paint them all in myself. The only red bit of detail that they came with is this at the hilt, and it's a bit Tsugaru color overall is the paint job is really sloppy and really lazy. I mean, some of the whites here I actually have to touch up with my own white paint to actually get it looking like this, and it then put in the black for the belt on her chest either. Why? So cheap, that sort of thing. The rest of her is fine. The overall body armor are fine. They're pretty nice and really well sculpted, and for pieces that actually require the use of a washer, is actually hold in very tightly and really close to the body. And let's see what else. There's some really good detail, like the number 3 on her shoulder armor, and the crest and the various detail on her, which shows her that she's wave 3 of Busou Shinki line. Okay, so here comes another big complaint I have about Tsugaru, is that her face sculpt in here is actually really bland, and it's not very vibrant at all. And the thing is a character designed by Konami. How come they can't make her look better? I mean, this is something else. This is a prize figure of Tsugaru from Beatmania series, and there's just such a big contrast between the two. I mean, here the hair is nice, the shading is nice. She got really nice eyes and really nice face. I mean, yeah, because it's a static figure, she will usually look better. But compared to this, on the Busou Shinki, it just looks so bland and so static. It's something made by, it probably is, maybe it's not designed by the same designer, but it's certainly owned by Konami. They can obviously be able to do something about it. So I'm actually no wonder that I see a lot of people in Japan who manage to acquire this sort of price figure so easily. Cut off one of the figure head and actually replace it with Tsugaru's Busou Shinki head. It's the same scale, so it's actually quite easy to do. I can't, because acquiring this sort of thing outside Japan is so expensive. They just push the price of this thing so much. But yeah, so let's move on to Busou Shinki Tsugaru's tension mode. And here is the tension mode of Tsugaru's armor. Well, let's start with the good thing. The good thing is it's one of the few tension mode where you use all of the armor pieces, well, except for the head, to actually create it. And it's pretty reasonable size. So what is it? Well, the only thing you can actually tell that is actually is those two, which tells you that it's flying sled of some sort, and probably the theme, because it's actually type Santa Claus. And onto the bad thing, you can't do anything with it. This two doesn't move. That's where the figure actually hold on to, and the legs actually slip into, which is really difficult. That's another problem with it. And well, really, without those two, you can't tell a thing what it is. It's sort of cool in the sense that, yeah, it looks quite nice, but that's it. You can't really do anything with it, and it's a pain in the butt to actually put the figure into pose. And it doesn't look very natural either, because the hand is so far away from each other. It looks sort of odd. So that's it. Would I recommend this one? I wouldn't recommend this one over any of the other Busou Shinki, even if it's actually cheaper. It's cheaper, but you don't actually have a figure to come with, so you will have to buy another figure to actually go with it anyway. Unless you're willing to afford it and buy the special version, which is called the Blue Christmas version. The Blue Christmas version comes with a figure, and the figure is actually painted to customize color scheme and decal on it. And all of the armor pieces here you see is red will become blue, which is pretty nice. And but then again, it's also almost 3 times the price. Other than that, I would say I will recommend you to try and look for the other Busou Shinki with a tension mode if you want tension mode unit. Things like Iacrante will be a much better one to go for. So that's it really. I will see you in the next review.